Do you want your engine to last over 200,000 kilometers without major issues? Today, I'll show you some simple tricks that will ensure excellent performance in the long run and top durability. These steps will not only prevent breakdowns, but will also save you money in the future. And because I like to give you more, I've got a bonus at the end that will make all the difference. Stay with me to discover how to keep your engine healthy for a long time. Number 1. Cleaning or replacing the air filter. The air filter prevents dirt, dust, and impurities from entering the engine. Over time, it can get clogged, restricting airflow and causing the engine to receive less air. This leads to inefficient combustion and performance loss. If you don't clean or replace the air filter on time, engine power drops, especially during acceleration. Fuel consumption increases because the engine compensates for the lack of air, and carbon deposits may form in the combustion chamber, potentially leading to costly repairs. The good news is that this issue is easy to solve. The air filter is usually located in a plastic housing, which you can easily open by removing a few clips or screws. Once open, take the filter out and check it in the light. If it's reusable, you can clean it with compressed air to remove the dust. If it's damaged or very dirty, it's best to replace it, and trust me, it's worth it. For turbo cars, a clean air filter is even more important because weak airflow affects the performance of the turbocharger. Therefore, it's recommended to change the air filter every 10,000 to 20,000 kilometers or more often if you often drive on dusty roads to keep the engine running at full capacity. Number 2. Cleaning the mass airflow sensor. This small component measures the amount of air entering the engine, which is crucial for calculating the optimal air-fuel mixture. It sends data to the Engine Control Unit (ECU), which adjusts the fuel injection to ensure efficient combustion. As the sensor ages, the measuring plates can accumulate fine dust or dirt, causing faulty measurements. A dirty sensor sends incorrect data to the ECU, which may lead to a too rich mixture injecting more fuel than needed, causing higher fuel consumption, or too lean mixture, insufficient air and fuel. This can reduce engine power, cause irregular engine operation, and even trigger the check engine light on the dashboard. To clean it, first locate the MAF sensor, usually positioned between the air filter and the engine intake. It has an electrical connector and is housed in a plastic casing. Before working on it, disconnect the battery for your safety and to avoid accidentally touching a wire or contact that could cause a short circuit. Then, carefully detach the electrical connector and remove the sensor from its casing, inspecting it for visible dust. Use only a special MAF sensor cleaning spray. Avoid water or other unsuitable chemicals, as they can damage the sensor. Lightly spray the sensor's wires, and inside, being careful not to scrub or touch the wires since they are very sensitive. After cleaning, let the sensor dry completely before reinstalling it. Once dry, put it back in the casing and reconnect the electrical wiring. Number 3. Using a fuel injector cleaner. Fuel injectors are essential components in the fuel system, responsible for spraying fuel directly into the engine's combustion chamber. Over time, they can become clogged with fuel residues or impurities, affecting optimal fuel spraying. This can lead to reduced engine power and delayed acceleration. The good news is that you don't need expensive repairs to solve this problem. Using a simple injector cleaner additive can make a significant difference and help the engine run better. Make sure to choose a product compatible with your car's injectors. Before use, check the fuel level. Most cleaning solutions work best when the tank is nearly empty or filled by 1/4, so they can mix evenly. Pour the recommended amount of cleaner into the tank before refilling it with fresh fuel, then let the engine run as instructed so the solution reaches the injectors and dissolves deposits. After using it, the engine should run smoother, with a better response to acceleration, reduced fuel consumption, and lower emissions. Here's a bonus for you for reaching this point. Cleaning the injectors every 30,000 to 50,000 kilometers helps maintain engine performance and prevent costly problems. Regular oil changes also prolong engine life and prevent expensive repairs. Number 4. Changing the oil and oil filter. Motor oil is essential for the engine's proper functioning, serving several purposes. Lubrication reduces friction between metal parts, preventing premature wear. Cooling absorbs and removes heat generated by the engine. Cleaning traps dirt, carbon deposits, and metal particles from wear. Protection prevents deposits and rust inside the engine. In addition to the oil filter plays a crucial role in trapping impurities and preventing them from circulating through the engine. A dirty or clogged filter can reduce lubrication efficiency, leading to premature engine wear. If you don't change the oil and filter on time, you may face the following problems. Reduced engine performance. Old oil becomes thicker and loses its lubricating properties, increasing friction between parts. Residue buildup. Dirty oil promotes sludge and carbon buildup, which can clog lubrication channels. Overheating. If oil can no longer cool the engine effectively, the risk of overheating and serious damage increases. Premature wear. Without proper lubrication, metal parts will rub against each other, leading to serious damage or even engine seizure. Most manufacturers recommend changing the oil and filter every 10,000 to 15,000 kilometers or once a year depending on the oil type and usage conditions. If the car is used in more demanding conditions, such as heavy urban traffic, extreme temperatures, or towing a trailer, it's advised to change the oil more often, at 5,000 to 7,000 kilometers, to keep the engine in optimal condition and prevent premature wear. Regular oil changes extend the engine's lifespan and prevent costly repairs. Number 5. Replacing old spark plugs. Spark plugs are essential for the proper functioning of gasoline engines, responsible for igniting the air-fuel mixture in the combustion chambers. Without them, the engine couldn't start or run properly. Over time, spark plugs wear out, leading to incomplete combustion, higher fuel consumption, and irregular engine operation. The good news is that replacing them can immediately improve engine performance. The replacement interval varies between 30,000 and 100,000 kilometers, depending on the type of spark plug used. Regular replacement not only keeps the engine in optimal condition, but also helps save fuel and avoid costly repairs. A well-maintained engine starts easily, runs more efficiently, and prevents long-term issues. If you've made it this far and found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Number 6. Cleaning or replacing the throttle body. The throttle body controls the amount of air entering the engine. When you press the accelerator, it opens up, allowing more air to flow into the engine, which increases the engine's RPM and power. Over time, oil vapors and carbon particles build up on the throttle, affecting its proper functioning. If it's dirty or faulty, the engine may have an unstable idle, delayed acceleration, or even sudden stalls. Also, a dirty air filter can let impurities reach the throttle, blocking the airflow. The good news is that cleaning the throttle body is a simple solution that can immediately improve your engine's performance. To start, locate the throttle body, which is between the air filter and the intake manifold. Then, remove the intake hose to access the throttle. If it's severely damaged, replacing it is the best option, but if it's just dirty, you can clean it. Spray a special cleaning solution onto the interior surface of the throttle body and let it sit. Then use a clean rag or a soft brush to gently remove the deposits. Be careful not to force the throttle to open manually, as this can damage the mechanism. Once it's cleaned and dried, reattach the hose and electrical components. After you're done, you'll notice quicker, more precise acceleration and a longer engine lifespan. Number 8. Engine warm-up and driving gently. When you start the engine, the oil and fluids inside are cold, and their viscosity is higher. This makes the engine harder to lubricate and puts extra stress on it. If you drive immediately after starting the engine, the components may suffer faster wear, and their lifespan could be reduced. A 1-2 minute wait after starting the car is enough for most modern vehicles, allowing the oil to reach critical areas of the engine. Also, after starting the engine, begin driving gently without accelerating suddenly. Avoid pushing the engine before it reaches its operating temperature. Number 9. Don't switch the engine off immediately. After driving for a long time or pushing the engine hard on a long road, the engine reaches high temperatures. Turning it off abruptly, especially in cars with turbochargers or engines that have been running at high RPMs, can stress the internal systems and cause premature wear. When the engine is hot, the oil and coolant are under pressure and heated. If you turn off the engine immediately, the oil won't circulate efficiently, and the cooling system can't maintain the proper temperature, which could lead to deposits on internal components or even burning the oil. To prevent this, it's recommended to let the engine idle for 30 seconds to 1 minute before turning it off. Bonus tip: when the engine remains at low revs for long periods, it doesn't reach the optimal temperature needed for proper lubrication and for completely burning the soot particles in the diesel particulate filter (DPF). This can prevent the filter from regenerating correctly, leading to the buildup of particles and clogging. Additionally, prolonged low revs can lead to premature engine wear. To avoid these issues, try not to stay at idle for too long or drive in heavy traffic for extended periods. It's recommended to keep the engine at medium revs for at least 15 Pierce 20 minutes, for example, on highways or long drives. These revs help with proper DPF regeneration and protect the engine from premature wear. Make sure the engine occasionally reaches medium revs to maintain optimal performance and prevent issues with the particulate filter.